leaving for the new love that you found. Oh, that handsome guy you've been dating, I got a feeling he's gonna let you down. Because I say now he don't love you like I loved you. If he did, he wouldn't break your heart. He don't love you now like I love you. He's trying to tear us apart. He uses all the great quotation. He says all the things I wish I could say. Well, he's had so many, I'll rehearse, girl.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Duncan Showroom. My name's Bill Carson Letterman Levity. That's right. We got a new setup here. I'm just feeling full of joy, and it's spring. Oh, it's beautiful. I get out from behind the curtain where they used to hide me behind the curtain. I don't know why that was, but this is wonderful. The showroom always evolving. And Gene, how are you doing?
I'm doing great.
Do we know what number we're at?
36. 35.
Ted says 35. Welcome. Thanks. There's Ted out there in the booth, and Longevity John sitting in as an observer. And I just love this setup. Now, Gene, I wanted to do something out of empathy for you because, as your fans know, we were expecting that you'd have both lenses replaced when we came back for this show, but you've only had one done.
One done, yes.
So you're kind of a little handicapped, if I may use that word. So last night I just bonked my head, and now I only have one lens in this glass, so I thought we'd be on equal grounds.
Oh, well, thank you, Billy.
That's good, yeah. It's confusing, isn't it?
Well, it is. What's happening is just one side is really clear.
Yeah.
And the other side is just a little fuzzy, just a little bit. Yeah.
Just a little
I mean,
fuzzy.
I can see everything, but it's just that's what it is, and I have to wait for the other one.
I like that you thought your eyesight was pretty good before, but you weren't actually seeing colors, so it just goes to show you.
Oh, no, I found out that my gig bag that I have with my guitar, I always thought it was black.
Right.
And after I got my right eye done for the cataracts, I was looking at it a couple of days later, and I noticed that I was looking at it with my eye that hadn't been done, and it looked black.
Yeah.
And then when I switched eyes, I looked at it again, and it was deep purple.
Oh, deep purple. You are in a kaleidoscope of joy, my friend.
I know. So then my buddy John Till in Stratford, we were talking about it, and he said that he had his done a year or so ago, and upstairs in the bathroom, the door, the knob he always thought was black, and when he got his eyes done, it turned out to be deep purple.
There you go. Purple hiding everywhere.
Yeah.
Well, I know John and I were teasing you about, when you're all done your changes that you'll be, half German. These lenses are coming from Germany. So the joke is, of course, you'll be our blue-eyed German boy. And I thought I should give you a little help, Gene, because when you get that second lens in, you might have some reactions. Have you seen those movies where a guy gets the heart of a killer and all of a sudden becomes a killer? Or
oh, yes.
The new organ can take over. So I thought you might need to know some German. So in case you're sitting around at a barbecue and, all of a sudden your eyes react, or you can't read English. I got a couple of phrases for you here. So here's the first one you got to work on is, Der Wiener ist im Brocken.
Des Wiener ist im Brocken.
That's right. That sort of ties in the senior thing, too, because in case you've forgotten that you've gotten your wiener, it means the wiener is in the bun. So someone may shout it at you across the room. You go, "Where's my wiener?" They'll go, "Der Wiener ist im Brocken." It's in the bun. So that could come in handy.
Thank you.
Yes, that's a good one. And this one is a good one, I think, because there might be some ladies at the barbecue, and you want to be polite but complimentary. This one is Ihr Bussenfrau ist splendid.
Bussenfrau ist splendid.
Ihr Bussenfrau is blended,
It's blended.
which is completely politically correct. It's your bosom, madam, is splendid. Which, it's only right that should be paid the
I'll
odd
be saying
compliment.
these things all summer long.
You will be.
Yes, yes.
So I'll continue to work on those for you for next week.
Okay.
We'll bring some more along just in case.
That's nice.
And you, what does Johnny do when he's due with a book? He just. Do you have that sound effect, Ted, where if I throw it, you break the glass? That was a Letterman. Oh, we'll work on that.
See what happens when you get a desk, eh?
Oh, my head is
Changes
swollen.
everything.
It does. So it's good to see you back. We had we did have 2 weeks off.
Yeah, we had the 2 weeks off, and it's just everything's just getting clearer now. So,
Right. So to speak.
So to speak, and but I've still noticed that back east they're having better weather back there. That they're
Better
having
than they normally do. Yeah.
Yes, and they're getting what we normally get here.
Weird.
I know.
And my brother up in Whitehorse, they're having a lot of snow, which more snow than they normally would.
Oh,
So I don't think that's COVID. That's called global warming.
that's
but
global warming. Yeah.
things are wacky all over. So what are you going to start us off with this week?
Well, I have a song that I dug up. I used to do this song years ago, and many years ago. Now this is a hurtin' tune, and so I thought I would I thought I would do this hurtin' tune for y'all, and it's a song that's T. Graham Brown.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and there's lots of hurtin' tunes out there, country hurtin' tunes, but I always thought that this was at the top of the list.
Better than your cheating heart? Or
Yeah,
up
better.
there with-
Yeah, better than your cheating heart.
All right.
Yeah, better than yeah.
Okay.
So, anyways, it's called "I Read a Letter." I read a letter for today. Tender words of love filled every page. It was never meant though for me to see. Now I know that she will soon be leaving me. I read a letter today. It told all about the secret plans I made. And my name was mentioned several times. And the part about them leaving me behind. Who would ever think some paper and some ink could tear a man's heart apart this way? What we built up for years is now reduced to tears, and there's nothing left for me to say. It was all there in a letter I read today. I read a letter today. Tender words, of love filled every page. But was never meant for me to see. Now I know that she will soon be leaving me. Who would ever think some paper and some ink could tear a man so hard apart this way? Oh, what we build up for years is now reduced to tears, and there's nothing left for me to say. It was all there in a letter I read today. It was all there in a letter I read today. It was all there in a letter I read today. Thank you.
That is a lovely tune. What was the artist's name again?
T. Graham Brown.
T. Graham Brown. Well, Joe Gancher's out there says late but here, and Victoria says you look adorable in blue. I guess she's fond of you. Now I think it takes a lot of pizzazz to combine teal with blue jean blue, and it actually works.
That's right.
And the red gives it that shazam.
Well, I just
like
thought I'd wear all the colors I could
Where
think
I
of.
can see that. Well, good to be here again after our 2-week layoff. We've got a good show for you today. Good. That's the first time I've ever said that. We've got a show.
See the desk.
It's the desk.
The desk and the mic on the. That's great, Billy.
Next week, my friend Alex Gallagher is coming. He won the Arts Award for Duncan this year, and I've been connected with him through theater for 35 years or something crazy. And the last show of May will be The Return of Malachi.
The Return of Malachi.
Who apparently has been working on your repertoire, so that should be...
That's what John was saying.
Well, you take him at his word. I'm sure he is working on it. So that's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
And then who knows? Eugene may be traveling off to Ontario. I'm off
That's
to
possible.
Whitehorse, if
But
they let us.
I had a bit of a dream last week.
Did you?
The other night, well, not last week. I thought that we were doing this show, and Shaw Cable was here. Ted was behind one of the cameras.
It's one of those prescient, looking into the future dreams.
It never happens, but this dream came to me. I don't know. You never know, laddie.
It's too bad you didn't dream it was Czech. They might pay us more than Shaw.
Okay, well, it was Shaw.
one of those cable networks.
Yeah, you never know.
They they both Shaw used to have a lot of community programming, and that was a great thing. You know, they go out and interview artists. They had interview shows, and it was really a good thing that brought the community together.
Yeah.
And of course, they claim they don't have the budget, but I guess as people have changed too, and we have such voracious viewing needs. You know, the latest Netflix series. But anyway, sorry.
What are you going to? Who do we have this week?
We have a great guest this week. What a revered Duncan citizen, someone who has brought so much joy with his music and his family's music to the valley, as well as being a stellar community citizen working with the disadvantaged folks for many years. Sir Chuck McCandless. I like to call him Sir because he deserves it. The Queen doesn't know. Give him a hand. Come on up, Chuck. Or Sir Charles, I've shortened it to, but...
Sir Charles. Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir.
Welcome.
Welcome to our parlor.
And another guy who's you were playing a lot in the year before your family was busy, the family band, and you must be really missing it.
Yeah, it's the worst, actually, yeah.
Yeah. But thank goodness we're here, and we got music.
This is a start.
It's a start. Now, where were you born, Chuck?
I'm an immigrant.
Good, yeah.
We immigrated in 1956 from Ireland.
You're truly Irish.
Yeah.
Not just secondhand Irish, you're real Irish.
My two brothers,
Yeah.
my mother, father, of course, and my grandmother all came to this wonderful country, but landed in Winnipeg.
Oh, my Lord. They weren't warned?
But that's good because, there was a lot of music in Winnipeg.
Yeah.
And I love that about it.
You were involved with the Winnipeg Folk Fest, I imagine?
Absolutely.
Over the years, yeah.
Yeah, actually, funny story in the old days, can I tell you?
Oh, this is about stories,
that's
yeah.
what it's about.
Excellent. The late, great Mitch Podolak, the festival czar. I played in bars, and I did a busking thing a while. Sort of the wandering minstrel for the festivals and stuff, small festivals. But I'd never played the Winnipeg Folk Festival, which was my dream. And we'd come back from living in Calgary for a few years, and one day I was walking past the Winnipeg Folk Festival office, and I had my banjo with me because I'd been playing at this toad-in-the-hole place down the road. And I thought I should go in and audition to Mitch Podolak, who was and I didn't know him from a hole in the ground. He was this revered guy, talk about awards, and he's just phenomenal. And those days, now you send them something on MP3 and whatever. Come on right in. So I sat in his office and played him a couple of songs, and I was a terrible banjo player at that time. I've always been a singer. I could sing, but I was a terrible banjo player. But I happened to play his favorite song. His favorite song is that Parting Glass song that I always do at the end of the night song.
Yeah. But you didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
No.
But I happened to nail it, and he hired me for the festival that year and the Winnipeg International Children's Festival.
Wow.
And then all the other festivals that he sort of had a hand in. So that was kind of the start of doing festivals, which is the most fun.
Yeah.
I always found.
Were you coming from Winnipeg? Were you around Lenny Bro at all? Did you?
Well, I knew Chet.
Okay.
His son.
Okay.
But no, that was before my time. That was the Randy Bachman, slightly older
Oh, okay.
generation than me,
Okay.
Slightly. And no, I wasn't
Okay.
around that.
I just
batch.
thought, you
No.
never know, because that's where he's from, right? Yeah.
Very true. Yeah,
Yeah,
more
yeah.
the Neil Youngy crowd.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it was sort of, there was a big split there.
Okay. Yeah,
It
yeah.
was interesting times.
Lenny Bro.
Phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal.
So, what song do you have for us to
Well,
start off the evening with? Oh, you brought your banjo. I hope you're a lot better than you were the first time.
This is the return of your real banjo, right? How long have you had it back now?
Almost a couple of years now, I guess.
Maybe you could tell us that story after the song. That's a good one.
Yeah, I one night played a gig, I guess, came home unloading equipment, and I'm pretty sure I left my banjo right there in the car for somebody to take, but it disappeared anyway, which was a heck of a shock.
Yeah.
Because I had it since I was 16. I bought it just to piss my mother off, actually, because she wanted me to take piano lessons, because
great.
she was a concert pianist and
Okay.
choir director, and when we grew up in the church, actually, a Baptist church, a lot of good gospel music, but didn't like all that other music. That she eventually warmed up to it. So I broke her heart and bought a banjo, because I'd seen Pete Seeger actually playing on Oscar Brand's show. Do you remember that Let's Sing Out? Sing
Let's Sing
along
Out,
in
yes,
chorus,
yes.
we'll hum or whistle or shout. There's room for all in the hootenanny hall. Come on, let's sing out.
And whose show was it?
Oscar Brand, I believe. He was down east somewhere.
Okay.
And anyway, it was televised, and Pete Seeger stood up and did, I don't know, Knee Deep in the Big Muddy, or something. Last night I had the strangest dream or something, and turned me into a folky protest singer, actually. Yeah. But something that I found very interesting when I got out here is I started playing music with a few people. Marty Jones being one of them, who we just saw outside.
Marty Jones.
Chris Sherlock,
Sure.
and Steve McKinnon,
Right.
playing music with all these guys. And over the years, we figured out that we all came over on the same boat, the Corinthia, over different times.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
But and so I did what we do. We wrote a song about it. So this is called Predetermined, and I thought the fact that we all ended up playing in a band together is kind of predetermined. It goes like this. There was you and there was I, and there were thousands leaving Liverpool in the time before we up and sailed that day. And the Corinthia we put to sea, she delivered us to destiny so we could be together here away. Truly believe it's all been predetermined. Can you conceive? It seems that's what's been done. What have I told you? It's in the hands of spirits. But Allah, the Father and the Son, could have been planets aligned around the sun. Had to be, we were meant to come together. You too can see, consider how far we've come. Somehow we came here, sent here all the better, joining forces, trading talents on. Trade the ferries for the prairies, and board the boat to Montreal, leave Dublin, Dunnamana, Donegal. Rolling, roaring oceans, so welling up emotions, reassuring it is to find you felt them all. Truly believe it's all been predetermined. Can you conceive? It seems that's what's been done. What have I told you? It's in the hands of spirits. Buddha or Allah, the Father or the Son. It could have been planets aligned around the sun. Had to be, we were meant to come together. Consider how far we've come. Somehow we came here, sent here all the better, joining forces, trading talents, all for one. There was me and there was mine, and there was I before we came to you, this Canada that's taken us for her own. Your sky, your mountains high, you take my breath away. This country that has come to be our home. Truly believe it's all been predetermined. Can you conceive? It seems that's what's been done. What have I told you? It's in the hands of spirits. But Allah, the Father and the Son, could have been planets aligned around the sun. Had to be, we were meant to come together. Consider how far we've come. Somehow we came here, sent here all the better, joining forces, trading talents, all for one. Yeah, nice with the djembe, eh?
Great song, Chuck.
Jim Bay, eh? Yeah.
Normally it's a baran, you know, the
Right.
Irish drum.
You made it sound those tippy tappy fingers.
It's pretty
Very
good. There
close.
must be some Irish in there.
There's a bit of Irish in Eugene, yeah.
You never know.
I was going to ask how many harmonicas you've swallowed. That's quite a feat.
Yeah, it is. I have to, in the song, whenever I do that, I have to make it so that I can switch back and forth, so there's always a pause.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah,
then
of
and
course.
it gives me time to ram it in my mouth or pull it out of my mouth. It's pretty, I don't recommend it for everybody because I have hit my teeth a few times.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
And that's why you keep those hairs short, because they get caught in the
Yeah.
harmonicas. Don't, oh.
Yeah. So who's chatting with us today there, Billy?
Who we got?
Now
We
that
got-
we're back.
Peter Rustlin says hi to the great balladeer.
Hey, Peter.
He calls you Sir Charles, too. Deep roots in Canadian frontier history. Peter's reminding us that you also play banjo, Eugene. Or you did, a little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit.
A little
Victoria's calling you a true balladeer, Chuck. Wonderful.
Yeah, actually, that would be an apt
That
description.
is a good description
I
for
like
you,
the
right?
ballads. And I was thinking
Yeah.
when you were doing the Hurtin' song, we did so many Hurtin' songs, so many Hurtin' Irish songs, just like, oh, some of them were just painful about,
Well,
you
to
know,
me, that's one of the ultimate hurting songs to get
It's a beauty.
in a letter.
oh, a letter's the worst, yeah. Now,
Nowadays, text.
what's the other thing?
Hurtin'
You just
text.
ignore them on there's a term for that. You just ghost them
Oh,
or
ghost
something?
them, yes.
Ghost them.
Oh, my
I'm
goodness.
sure I've been ghosted by people I didn't even know.
You didn't even know. Well, it's a nicer way, I guess, of giving somebody the cold shoulder. But
Yeah.
go figure.
Anybody else, or are we?
Oh, that's
That's it.
so far. Yeah, I think that 2-week layoff. We I don't know if we lost anybody, but we gotta build audience again.
I'd like Pat Munson out there for the card. I got your card in the mail. Thank you very much for being concerned about my eye operation. My
Good.
cat. Yes, thank you.
So Chuck, we discovered you came from the old country. Which city or town in Ireland?
Londonderry.
Is in the north, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Right. So were you old enough that you were aware of the troubles,
oh, yeah,
as they
yeah.
say?
Well, hard not to. There's
Yeah.
soldiers and barbed wire and things
Yeah.
like that all over the place. But where we were was pretty tame,
Was it? Yeah.
no doubt about it. But still, it's there. It's
Yeah.
underlying. And now they've gone and, poked it with a stick, and they might put in a border now because of they're
Oh.
leaving the EU again, and it's
They're starting
Oh.
again.
starting a stupid
Starting to
nightmare all over.
Ruffle the water. Yeah, yeah.
Because it had been quiet for quite some years, hadn't
Yes.
it? Really?
Yeah.
Sort of burned itself out, or that's sad. Yeah. Some people like trouble, unfortunately. And the British are easy to dislike. Let's face it. Oh,
Okay,
who said that?
okay. Did
you
No,
say
I'm
that out
British.
loud?
I'm British.
Yeah,
Wait a minute.
Well, so am I, actually.
Yeah, yeah. You consider yourself
Well, I'm Northern Irish, so
Yeah.
I am actually British.
right? Ooh,
Where's
Yeah.
that leave me?
I'm a Canadian.
you're a Canuck.
I'm a Canadian. I'm a Canuck.
So sorry, what year was it you came over?
56.
56.
Yes,
Nice. Wow.
56. Quite a while ago.
Yeah.
And they were interesting times when I first got here because it takes you a while to adjust, of course.
Yeah.
And we were, like I say, we were very religious. We spent most of our time in church. And
Oh, yeah.
it was quite a breakout to realize that there was other stuff out there and that music could be used for really important stuff too.
Yeah.
And that was what I loved about it, that and the fraternity it creates. And I think that's what we all miss now
Oh, God.
under
yeah.
the circumstance. That and not being able to pass a fatty around. I think that's
Yeah.
kind of breaking people's hearts here in BC anyway.
Well, yeah.
Oh,
Okay, I wonder.
Oh, we got him up from the desk.
You never see
From his-
Johnny Carson jump up and fix a mic, I tell you.
No.
Gene, what are your questions here for this young fella?
Well, how long have you lived here in the valley?
97, I think we came here. 23 years, 24 years
So you moved right from
from Winnipeg.
Winnipeg to the island.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
you know,
Well,
it's a good thing. The kids had all moved out here already anyway.
okay.
I think they were trying to get rid of us, but I
dear,
caught up
trying
with
to
them.
get away.
I found them.
I found.
Decided that we should have a band, and
Nice.
it worked out well. It was a good thing. I love it here, and actually, we did well here. There's something about this community that is generous and open, and we were successful in everything we tried to do. Not just, I don't mean musically, I mean like the homeless shelter and all that stuff. The community supported it so much that it made us look like we were doing wonderful things. But it's a beautiful, caring community that we live in.
That's, it's funny you say that. It's true, because when I first moved here, where I really noticed it was at the folk festival. That's where I really, really noticed it. Like it was
Yeah.
like everybody coming together and all the different musicians and singers and whatever. Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I agree. I remember back then when I'd first come out here, I'd met Brent, but he hadn't asked me to play at the folk festival or anything. And I got a phone call from a Teddy Longbottom. He's a Métis writer, singer-songwriter. Does a lot of stuff about Riel and their situation at those times. And we played together for years, and we're actually pretty good friends. And he played the festival, so I got to go out there and play with him at the festival, and then same thing. It just sucked me right in.
I know. It's,
It is-
yeah.
What a wonderful
And then
group.
there was also the Brig was the other
That's
place.
true. Yeah,
The
true.
place would be jam-packed every Sunday with Monty and,
And Lecky's from Northern Ireland.
Oh, of course. Yeah,
okay.
First time I played there, my PA wasn't even good enough nobody could hear me. It was just packed. Like it always was, eh?
I know.
Just people on top of each other.
That's why the Queens in Nanaimo, when it was going, when I started going there, it reminded me of the Brig back.
The community of it.
Yeah,
it does have it.
yeah. So
That's true.
yeah, but So, anyways, another song for us. Let's see
Okay.
what we got going here.
I'll do the one about this community, actually.
Oh, here we go.
It's called Not Far From You, and it's an old banjo kind of song that was inspired again by the wonderful people around here. And it goes like this. Not far from you is where I'm going. Not far from you is where I'm bound. Not far from you, my destination. Not far from heaven, not far from ground. For you have the power to pass unto me, a power you don't even know. And when I find you, shine that light upon me, feel myself starting to grow. Not far from here is where I'm headed. Not far from here is where I'm going. Not far from here is where you'll find me. Not far from here I'll have my home. Here there's friends who can forgive me, friends to help see me through. Friends I find can fill my life with laughter. Friends, even one or two. Not far from singing along. Not far from singing, joining in a song. Not far from singing some harmony. What's good for you sounds good to me. Could it be that singing's the thing that you've been missing? Singing's the thing to see you through. Singing's the thing that makes you happy. Singing, it's the only thing to do. Not far from you is where I'm going. Not far from you is where I'm bound. Not far from you, my destination. Not far from heaven, not far from ground.
Yes. Woohoo!
Hold
Happy
down.
New Year. Yes, that's right. How you doing?
And see you. It's nice to see you. Thank you very much. Well, yeah, plucking in my yard pretty much. I'm on a short leash. Yeah,
A beloved
I
fan
feel
off the
terrific.
street.
I feel terrific. And you too.
Well, Chuck, that another wonderful song. You do really write so well, and in a classic sort of a ballady or folk style. So
Yeah.
nicely done.
I'm stuck in that rut for sure.
Well, no, it's a good place to be. I mean, that's quality writing, good stories. Before we get on to our denouement and another song from Eugene, would you like to share any? Give us one story from the Winnipeg Folk Fest, like a favorite memory or someone that you met,
Absolutely.
maybe one of your heroes, or tell us a little tale.
Absolutely. My wife and I of course, we were always at the festivals. And backstage, Hotel California, they call it at the Winnipeg Folk Festival, where everybody, all the entertainers get to mingle. And there's one thing that I found great about that festival is they put everybody up in the same hotel too, rather than billeting is great and everything. It's great for the billeters, but it's the musicians love to all be together, and do that. And because of they do that, you do get to rub shoulders with your heroes. And I did that with many people, but the highlight of it all was having lunch with Pete Seeger and his wife.
Really?
I was like, I thought I died. I was like a 2-year-old, I was like I had a.
How's the rest of your gang?
Everybody's fine.
Oh, good.
Everybody's fine, and they would say hello and love you.
Give them my best, please.
Okay, I hope you kids are all listening. They never listen to me anyway. So.
Well, I would imagine that Pete's as friendly as you think he is, like just a real nice guy, ordinary guy, and
salt of the earth.
yeah.
He actually signed my banjo head, but it wore off.
Oh damn.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, because you would tell the end of this story. You told of when it was stolen, but now how was it returned? I think that's a great part of the story too.
Our friend Banjo Bob was one day down at the Salvation Army
Mill Bay.
in Mill Bay,
Yeah.
and he saw it, and then we were having a beer at the Craig Street Brew Pub, which still has takeout. You guys should go down and get some stuff.
Pub in the tent.
So anyway, he saw it, and we were sitting having a beer, and he says, "So your old banjo, is it like in an old beat up case?"
Oh,
And I said,
Oh, wow.
yeah, it doesn't do that.
Wow.
A little while later, he said, "And would there be an Irish flag sticker
Oh, my
on the
God.
side of it?"
Right.
And I said, "Yeah." And he said, "And would there be a McCandless family band sticker on it?" And I said, "Yeah, okay, what are you doing?"
What are you doing?
And he said, it was up, and they were raffling it off
Oh,
on like, on eMay or
Oh,
whatever that E stuff is.
Oh, they were actually trying to get some money out of it. Like
Yeah,
a real,
and people were
yeah.
making bids on it.
Oh no.
So we drove right down there right away, and the lady that had to make the decision didn't happen to be there, of course. So we left, but left pretty good instruction that it was my banjo. And stuff.
Yeah. Wow.
And then so went back later, and there was all pretty exciting. Kara took a video of it.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. I'm just like talk about. I was just sobbing away.
you were.
It was terrible.
Should I do that hurtin' tune again?
yeah. Let's do that again.
Any more
I just-
chatters?
Yeah. I'll tell you on because Bill can't see the Facebook over there. So Leanie Beanie's watching from
Leanie!
Facebook, so she says hi. Nancy
Hi,
Fee says welcome back, boss man. I was really enjoying the comedy duo at the beginning. And John O'Flynn's back. He watches a lot of our shows and really enjoys all this stuff. So that's what you got
good.
on Facebook.
Good.
And Beverly McKean pipes in with a woohoo, singing right along because I know all the wonderful words. Beverly knows your songs well.
Very true.
Pete. Lunch with the legendary Pete Seeger. Nice. Yes. Well, boys, it's so good to have you two together and plunking away on stage. What do you got for...
How are you feeling, Billy, now that you've got a desk and a chair for the
I
first
feel like
night?
the most important guy in the world.
You look like you're going to have to start dressing the
Yeah.
part.
I am a little underdressed. I've got my ministry of,
Can't be because I am.
COVID. Well, you are very important to us. So next time I'll have a suit on. You're right.
Well,
I'll
it
wear
doesn't
a
have to
suit.
be. Doesn't it? Well, who's going to be house sitting for you?
Jan Donaldson.
Get something from her, son.
I've been wanting a shirt. Have you got a Jan shirt?
Oh, I have a lot of Jan stuff.
Yeah, I've been looking. I shop and I model for her, and but I haven't quite found the right one yet. So
I'm losing a lot of weight, though. I'm going to have to get her to take them in. or
take them in,
something, yeah.
cinch them up. Yeah. Hi,
Just
Jan.
pin them at the back.
You're right.
Well, thank you, everybody, for having us back. Thank you, Chuck, for being here tonight.
So good to have you, Chuck.
Pleasure.
Pretty relaxing.
I was actually worried about this.
everybody. We'll see you all again. Well, I know it's gonna be real fine. We're gonna have ourselves a hell of a time. We'll come back anytime. And then we'll know it's alright. It's alright, everybody. It's alright. Everybody. Come on. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Tell them, Chuck, good night, everybody. Thanks a lot, folks. Come on. Everybody. Come on. Good night.
All right, nice work, Eugene Smith with guest Chuck McCandless. My name's Little Billy Letterman. All right, we got Ted up in the booth and Longevity John. It must be a sign of the return to the normal and better times because Long John's growing the other half of his beard in.
Here comes our only fan.
Here comes your fan.
Gotta go. I gotta leave now.
Thank you.
Say hi to your family for me.
I will do.
Your young son that always gives me a hug. Is his name Rob?
Dennis.
Dan. Oh, that Dan. Oh, yeah.
Dennis. That's my son-in-law.
Yes.
That's who you mean.
He's a keeper, though, isn't he? Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a keeper.
I am pretty fortunate.
Say hi to everybody.
Will do. Thank you.
Good night, everybody.
Thank you, everybody.
Thanks.
Give him a wave there. Yeah.
Give him a big wave. Good night. Thanks for coming, Chuck.
My pleasure.
See you next week for the great Gallagher, Alex Gallagher, our guest in the studio. We'll see you soon.
A little Shakespeare.
A little Shakespeare for you.
Oh, so you will dress up then.
Yeah.
Yeah, really, I better. Yeah. Good night.
Good night.
Thank you, Ted.
Thanks, Ted. Thanks, John.
That was really fun. I needed that.
Yeah, it's good. Good to get out of the house.
When he takes his bows, makes his exit, oh yeah, I'll be there to take you home. Because I say now, he don't love you like I loves you. If he did, he wouldn't break your heart. He don't love you like I love you. He's trying to tear us apart. He don't love you, and he never will, like I love you. Oh, no, he don't love you like I do. No, he don't. He don't love you like like I do. No, he don't. Whoa! No, 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 he don't love you like I do.